There was a couple who had two little boys, ages 8 and 10, and they were excessively mischievous. They seemed to always be getting into some trouble. And whenever there was some mischief that occurred in town, the parents knew that somehow their boys were involved. Well, the boy's mother heard about a clergyman who had been very successful in disciplining children, and so she asked if he would speak to her boys. And so the clergyman agreed, but asked to meet with them separately. So the mother sent her 8-year-old son in first in the morning, with the older boy to see the clergyman later in the afternoon. Well, the clergyman was a very huge man with a very deep voice. And so he sat the younger boy down, and he said to him sternly, "Where is God?" Well, the boy's mouth just dropped open. He couldn't say a word, and his eyes just kind of bugged out. So the clergyman repeated the question again with an even sterner tone, "Where is God?" Again, the boy made no attempt to answer. Well, finally, the clergyman raised his voice even higher, shook his finger in the boy's face, and said, "Where is God?" Well, the boy screamed. He bolted from the room, ran directly home, dove into his closet, and slammed the door behind him. Well, when his older brother found him in the closet, he asked, "What happened?" The younger brother, gasping for air, replied, "We are in big trouble this time. God is missing, and they think we did it." Where is God? That's a pretty important question we need to ask, not only on this feast of the Blessed Trinity, but every day that we live and move and have our being. We at times ask that question of ourselves, where is God? It could be sometimes that God is hidden from us. Maybe we look for God in the wrong places, among the rich instead of the poor, among the healthy instead of the sick, up there instead of down here. I remember reading a poem once about a priest who climbed to the top of his steeple in order to be closer to God, receive his word, and hand it down to the people. Well, when he heard the voice of God, much to his surprise, it came not from the sky, but from the ground. And so in dismay, the priest cried, "God, where are you?" And God replied, "I'm down here among my people." Ask the New Testament where God is, and this is how it will respond. Do you not know that you are the temple of God? The Spirit of God dwells in you. That is who and what and where God is. If God is sometimes hard to find, don't let it bother you. Just keep your ears in tune to His voice and keep looking for Him in everyday events and in everyday people, people like you and me.